It's some kind of magic Honda did with the counterbalancer shaft. It comfortably cruises at 120 with almost zero vibration.
People call the 350s the bullets of Honda by seeing its look and the sound. But after riding it for more than a month, I would confidently say it's a lot more than that. And it has a character of its own. The Honda CB350 has three variants. One, of course, the CB350, the original, then the Highness, and then comes the RS. After using a Honda Hornet 160R first gen for more than 10 years, I wanted to try something new, something like a modern retro cruiser, and the options are plenty, like the Hunter, Triumph Speed 400, T4, TVS Ronin, Yamaha XSR 155. And don't get me wrong, I didn't reject all these because they're bad bikes. It's just that RS made more sense to me based on my requirement.
I'm a person who prefer engine and ride quality more than anything else. We'll discuss the pros and cons of this bike so that you can decide if this bike is the right one for you. Pros. The first one is the engine. Engine is where Honda outshines the rest of the competition. It's buttery smooth, refined, and gives you a linear power delivery. It's a long stroke engine, maybe longer than the RE, that is longer pistons, but still provides good stability and minimal vibrations at higher speeds compared to other long stroke engines. It's some kind of magic Honda did with the counterbalancer shaft. It comfortably cruises at 120 with almost zero vibration. It also has a good thumb which allow in the older bikes. Another basics which Honda always gets right and continues with the RS is the gearbox. It's smooth and effortless. Third one is a slipper assist clutch. So it makes the bike feel light. It's a heavy bike with 180 plus kilograms, but you won't feel that while you're maneuvering the city because of this slipper clutch. So it is very comfortable. The third aspect is the mileage. Even with all this, the bells and whistles, 50cc and this power torque, it gives you almost 35 average in city and highway combined, getting around 27-28 in city and 30-35 in the highways. Plus it has got a very large fuel tank capacity of 15 liters, which is higher compared to the competition. And the next one is the minimal heating. One of the reason I went for this model while avoiding the Hunter is heating. So this has got a minimal heating compared to other 350cc engines. So again, the Honda magic. I've been using a Honda Hornet 160R and it doesn't heat up that much. Next is the looks. It looks classy and sporty at the same time. So if you want a very classy design, go for the standard 350, and if you want a more sportier look without losing the classic or the retro feel, you can go for this. It looks a bit sporty. Next is the traction control. Traction control system is like a silent protector. It is unseen in this segment. It will avoid too much slip and cut the engine power. Next is front suspension. Front suspension is softer and gives you a good comfortable ride in cities. And rear suspension I will talk in the later section of the video. Next is the fifth gear. People say fifth gear is a useless gear and think it as a con, but I would say fifth gear is a pro actually, because it's one of the pros of the bike, because I like to call it as a cruising gear. Okay, fifth gear doesn't do anything more than what a fourth gear can do. You can attain up to 110 in third gear, so almost the entire speed you can achieve in the fourth gear itself. But fifth gear is to cruise comfortably in that speed you achieve, which is very comfortable. You can cruise in a minimum vibration at a higher speed with the fifth gear. So yeah, this is the pros for me in the bike. Now it's time for the cons. Yeah, there are cons. It's not a perfect bike. There are few issues of the bike as well. First one I felt is tall gearing. It makes it difficult for city rides as you need frequent gear shifts in traffic conditions. I'm a person who travels 16 kilometers in a day for my office commute, so it is a big problem for me. But as I said in the pros, the slip assist clutch or the light clutch, it makes it very easy, even keeping this taller gear issue. But second gear I can comfortably cruise in most of the speed, so it is fine, not a big deal for me. Second is the headlights. Headlights are not up to the mark. It's got poor throw and spread, so auxiliary lights are strongly recommended if you are planning to go for a lot of night rides and all, and you can see the difference yourself. Even though it has a good amount of low end torque commonly seen in long stroke engines, even though it kicks in at 3000 rpm, but it's not felt during the city commute due to the tall gearing setup I mentioned earlier. So that's for people who drives it. As someone who drives it will feel like it lacks a low end torque. Fourth is long wheelbase. It increases the turning radius, especially during hairpin bends and maneuvering city traffic. It is 1441 mm long, the long wheel. Next is braking. Braking is not amazing, not bad either, even with a good disc size compared to the similar models. The reason for this feedback is because it has got a more aggressive driving style compared to a standard or a highness and most of the long stroke engines out there, so it demands a better braking. Personally, I felt Triumph is much better in terms of braking. Hard rear suspension. As I said in the pros, the front suspension is softer, but the rear suspension is a bit hard. It's not very comfortable in city, so you will feel each and every bumps in the city. So you have to switch gears to first, or go very slowly, or you have to stand up so that your back will not hurt much. So that is problem, but can also be a pro when it comes to highways, because in highways this hard suspension will give better stability. So you cannot say it is a con or pro, because if you want a vehicle which got so much high-end torque or high-end performance, you need a hard suspension. Highway stability will be good in hard suspension, on a harder suspension. Next is mudguard. Mudguard is very small, so it has to be, I recommend an extension to avoid dust coming to the engine while riding. Seating is not great as compared to Highness or 350, especially with the width. The pillion seats are okay, not bad, but yeah, 350 and the Highness has got much comfortable split seats. This is not good, but yeah, it is a compromise you take for a sporty design. Next is vinyl vibration. Can feel unexciting at times, especially while trying for higher speeds. Horn and the mirrors. So horn is, you can hear for yourself. Not great. It doesn't suit with the looks of the bike and the sound of the bike, so it is not good. And mirrors also, it's very, it's placed too much inside, so the visibility is not that great. Who is bike for? If you're someone who cares about engine refinement and ride quality more than fancy features, if you want a retro roadster with a slightly sportier riding style and a performance more aggressive than a normal long stroke engine like the classic 350 with minimum vibration, if you want a thump of a classic 350 but a better mid and high-end torque and needed a much more comfortable ride, who this bike is not for. If you're someone whose priority is daily city commute, this is not a good option due to tall gearing and hence frequent gear shifts in traffic. Also, the stiffer rear suspension will not be comfortable in the shorter rides. Hunter would be an excellent choice for a city ride because of the short gearing and less gear shifts. If you want a very peppy engine and quick power delivery, excellent high-end torque, quick acceleration, then 400 or T4 would be a better option. So T4 is even cheaper than this. If you're looking for serious off-roading, then stay away. It can do some casual off-roading, but nothing serious. If you want like that, go for a Scram 400 or a Himalayan, or if you want on the budget, you can go for Expal, something like that. So guys, that is my review of this Honda CB350 RS. Hope you liked it, and I hope you were able to make a decision out of this video which one to choose. As I said earlier, I'm not telling other bikes are bad. Every bike has its own pros and cons. I chose this bike just because this made sense based on my requirement. So that's it guys for further video. Stay tuned.